Hey guys, Boardroom Savage here, and I'm back with another one. So, topic here. Frenemies in the boardroom. And I want to talk about that because this is really, really important. Oftentimes, frenemies are people that you may have known for a long time. They might be your partners. They might be your day ones, okay? And they're dangerous. And you have to be careful. So, one, I'm going to explain what a frenemy is, okay? I'm going to explain some of the characteristics of a frenemy and how you should handle a frenemy, and I'm gonna talk about why they're dangerous for the boardroom. Okay, so the first thing is a frenemy, right, is a person who pretends that they're your friend, but in some ways they're an enemy or a rival. So that's a frenemy. Okay, here's characteristics of frenemies. They're passive aggressive, right? They tend to pass off criticism as helpful feedback. They aren't happy about your achievements. They only want to talk about themselves. Their emotional needs constantly outweigh yours. They're always asking for favors. They talk behind your back. Okay? How to deal with them. Frenemies should be kept at a distance because they're not healthy relationships. They're not the kind of relationships that provide support and fill your life with love. All right? And frenemies typically want to be your friend because they admire you, but they low-key envy you. And that's where, Nas says, hate is misplaced admiration. That's that frenemy. And let me tell you why they're dangerous. They're dangerous in the boardroom because I've seen and I've also experienced when you start businesses and you employ your friends. And, you are building your empire, but that same friend is tearing it down. So for every 10 bricks you lay and you build up, they tear down 6 or 7 of those bricks. So you're constantly 2 steps back, every time you go 1 step forward. But because that's your friend and you gave them the title and you're not looking at the behavior and you're not looking at what they're doing, they're in the boardroom with you. And the reason why that's dangerous is the right opportunity to sacrifice you, they will. The right opportunity, they will sacrifice you. Frenemies don't have loyalty. They're loyal to themselves. Because they're going to always feel like they can do it better than you. They sneak dish you. They wait till you're in a boardroom in a room full of people and they're supposed to be on your side building you up, but they slick tearing you down quietly. It's dangerous. I think my favorite one is passing off cruel criticism as feedback. Well, I'm just keeping it real. But they putting you down. Let me tell you, Boardroom Savages was supposed to be started 5 years ago. And I had a friend of me and didn't even realize it, right? But I'm going to tell you what happened. I said, man, I got an idea. I want to do this. I want to do this podcast. This is before podcasts would arrange, right? And this is what I want to do. And I told my friend at the time my idea. And she listened to my idea. And because that was my friend and I respected her opinion, right? I listened to her feedback. She told me everything that was wrong with me and why I couldn't do it and why it didn't seem like a good idea. Do you know 6 months later she dropped her own podcast and was like, oh, hey girl, come support mine. And I was like, what? If my life was what you told me it was, I know you and your life is definitely, you got some obstacles going on over there too. Right? Frenemies will sit there and talk you out your own idea, out your own destiny, because they don't want to see you do it first, or they don't want to see you do it better. And now you done missed out on an opportunity. This is why on my Witty Chill, my witty shit on Instagram, I'm always posting stuff about know your circle. Because people have titles in our life, but there's one thing to have a title, but it's one thing that they are doing the things to earn these titles and positions in our life. Yes, your friends should keep it 100 with you. Yes, your friends should keep it real. But if them keeping it real and keeping it 100 means I get put down or they're holding me back so that I'm not doing something better. Again, look at the fruit of people's labor. If you want to look at that advice that someone's giving you or the quality of what they got going on, look at the fruits of their labor. Now, here's a disclaimer. You can learn anything from anyone. You can learn from a bum on the street. He got some kind of experience. He or she has some kind of knowledge. You can learn from some of y'all out there, if you know, Uncle Dope got good philosophy. Don't look at Uncle Dope for Uncle Dope. Uncle Dope be having some real shit, right? But what I'm saying is, from the standpoint of you let's say you get a relationship from your boy. You get relationship advice from him. He cheat on his wife. He make outside babies. He beat her ass once a year. That's some toxic relationship shit. That's not my forte. I'm not giving advice on relationships. That's not what I do. I'm just roll with me in the example. And then he sees you have an opportunity to be with a young lady or a woman that is going to advance your movement, advance you, and he talks you out of it. And he talks you into going with a damsel in distress in the Jezebel spirit. Because why? He don't want to see you doing better than what he got going on. And now you done lost out on a good thing because you took that frenemy's advice, because he don't want to see you doing better than him. And unfortunately, it hurts because you really don't want to take the mask off the people's face that's in your circle to really see them for who they really are. You start businesses with them, and then they're undermining you. They're turning people against you. They're talking behind your back just to boost themselves up so that they want you to do good but not better than them. You gotta beware of frenemies in the boardroom. You gotta learn how to recognize a frenemy. I gave you some examples. I'm going to put some more information in the description. And really study this. Because if you're an entrepreneur and you and your boy are, or your homegirl and y'all done started a business together, and you start seeing like, yo, that's my day one, that's my ace, but now we in business together and this ain't rocking right. This don't feel good. It's always something. You might have a frenemy on your hand. The hard part is facing it and accepting it for what it is and deciding how you're going to move forward. There are friends who can go into business and have each other's back. Yes. Yes, there is. And have great relationships. Yes. But even the Beatles broke up, and we know how they broke up. They broke up because of a woman. frenemies can exist in any situation. It's recognizing them and knowing what to look for and then knowing how to deal with them. That frenemy should be at a distance. They shouldn't be in your business. They shouldn't be where your money is. They shouldn't be, in your empire, because you're playing a dangerous game. They say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That the frenemy, God know how to recognize them. They aren't happy about your achievements. So frenemies, let's say you got a new contract or a new deal and they're like, oh, that's great. They act like they happy for you, but then they slick dissing you. It's one-sided. It's unrequited. That secret Bible shit, that messy shit. How you gonna get long-term money if everybody's trying to outdo each other? I don't know. That's just something to think about. So, if you like my vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. If it resonates, great. If it didn't, and you gave me your time, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're here to, hate and troll, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you too. A view is a view. I hope it helps. I really do. I hope my lessons can be blessings for you. Because let me tell you something. I've had frenemies in the boardroom, and there were times where I lost out on deals, but I had to look back and be like, you know what? I'm glad he or she showed me they ass at 5,000, because at 5 million, I'd have went to jail. For real. But because I didn't know what a frenemy was, and I didn't know how to recognize it, and I wasn't tapped in, and I wasn't, I saw my friend with a veil because they had the title of friend, so you automatically are like, this person has my best interest at heart. But you're not listening to their words, you're not looking at their actions, and you're not looking at the fruits of their labor when it comes to how they deal with you. I don't know, that's food for thought. So, I hope this helps once again, and I look forward to seeing you at another energy moment. Ciao.